Hello everyone, let us study the last part of our chapter, that is pregnancy, embryonic development, parturition and lactation. Last class we discussed about implantation. Which stage of the embryo gets implanted into the uterus? It is the blastocyst. Okay, or blastula stage. Do you remember the structure? It has an outer layer of cells. And what is that layer of cells called? It is known as the trophoblast or trophoectoderm. This is the trophoblast. Okay, and there are inner cell mass. This is the inner cell mass. Okay, so just after implantation, trophoblast develops certain finger-like projections, and that is known as chorionic villi. So what is this? These are the finger-like projections develops in the trophoblast after implantation, and it is surrounded by maternal blood and uterine tissue. Okay, it is so interconnected with them and form a special structure, special disc-like structure, and this is the structural and functional unit between the developing embryo and the maternal body, and that special structure is known as placenta. This is the special disc-like structure develops at the time of pregnancy. What is the importance of this placenta? Why does placenta develops at the time of pregnancy? Because placenta helps to provide oxygen and other nutrients to the developing embryo. At the same time, it helps to collect carbon dioxide and waste materials from the body, embryo. Okay, so it helps in the exchange of gases as well as it helps to provide the nutrients and helps to remove the waste materials. And the placenta is connected to the embryo through a cord that is known as umbilical cord. Okay, it acts as a passage through which the materials move into the embryo and it is moving back from the embryo, that is umbilical cord. And placenta has one more function. This placenta acts as an endocrine tissue. That means it can produce certain hormones. Which are the hormones produced by placenta? Human chorionic gonadotropin. Okay, human chorionic gonadotropin, human placental lactogen, okay, then estrogen, then progestogen. These are the main hormones produced by placenta. It is very important. The function of placenta is very important for your exam also. Okay, these are the hormones produced by placenta. In the later stages of pregnancy, one more hormone is there. It is produced by the ovary, that is known as relaxin. And remember, these hormones, human chorionic gonadotropin, human placental lactogen and relaxin, these hormones are present in the female body only during embryonic time or the pregnancy time. Other time we cannot see these hormones, okay, because it is produced by the placenta. Now, moreover, most of the hormonal levels are very high at that time. For example, estrogen, progesterone, relaxin, then cortisol, all these hormonal level increases several folds at that time. This increased level of hormone is very essential for maintaining the pregnancy, fetal growth, the metabolic changes of the maternal body, all these things it is very essential. Okay. Now, what is the fate of this inner cell mass? Here the inner cell mass changes into the embryo that we already studied. And do you remember the sequential stages? Just after fertilization, zygote is formed, which is single celled one. Then the zygote changes into morula by continuous division. And after that, it becomes blastula or blastocyst. Then it changes into another structure called gastrula. The embryonic stage. Next embryonic stage is known as the gastrula. Okay. So at that time these cells undergo differentiation because the cells of the inner cell mass, they are capable of producing all the tissues and organs. That is why they are known as stem cells, because these are potent cells. They can produce new organs and tissues. Then this gastrula undergoes differentiation and produce 3 germ layers. These are outer ectoderm, middle mesoderm and inner endoderm. Okay. You know we are triploblastic organism, so we have 3 germ layers: outer ectoderm, middle mesoderm and inner endoderm. All the organs develop from these 3 layers. For example, from the ectoderm, the skin, hair, nail, etc. develops. From the mesoderm, heart, kidney, etc. develops. From the endoderm, urinary bladder, some endocrine glands develops from the endoderm. Okay. So, these are the 3 layers. Now, how this embryonic development takes place? Let's check. The period of embryonic development is known as gestation period. This period of embryonic development is known as gestation period. It differs in different organisms. In human beings, it is around 9 months. In the case of elephant, it is 640 to 660 days, like that. So here 9 months. Okay. So we can divide this 9 months into 3 trimesters. Each trimester having 3 months or 12 weeks. And just after the first month itself, the heart is formed in the fetus. So the first sign of the developing fetus can be noticed. And by the end of the second month, limbs and digits are formed. And by the end of the first trimester, major organs are developed. That means limbs, external genital organ, all these developed at the after the first trimester. Okay. Then around the 5th month, the first movement of the fetus can be noticed. And hair also developed on the head. Then by the end of the second trimester, these eyelids separate, eyelashes are formed, and the body is covered with fine hairs. And by the end of the third trimester, that is when 9 months completed, at that time the embryo or the fetus is fully developed and it is ready for delivery. Okay. Now we can study the process of delivery. So when the fetus is fully developed, it is expelled out of the uterus by the contraction of the uterine muscle. Okay, and that process is known as parturition. Okay, this is known as parturition. The process of expulsion of the fully developed fetus from the uterus through the vaginal canal. Okay, that is parturition. When the fetus is fully developed, it start to produce mild contraction, and this contraction actually begins from the fully developed fetus and the placenta, and that is known as fetal ejection reflex. Okay, fetal ejection reflex. As a result of this, mild contractions occur. When the contraction begins, it stimulates the maternal pituitary gland to release a hormone called oxytocin. When more oxytocin is produced, the contraction also increases. Okay, it becomes more vigorous, more stronger. As a result, the fetus comes out. That is parturition. And just after the delivery of the fetus, the placenta and the connected cords also comes out. It is also expelled out. And I told you, mammary glands are also a part of female reproductive system. So here, during the pregnancy time, mammary gland cells undergo differentiation, and in the later stages, it produces milk, and that process is known as lactation. Okay. So the mother can feed the baby, and the milk produced in the initial stages of delivery is known as colostrum. It is known as colostrum. It is very important because it carries many antibodies which gives immunity to the developing baby. So breastfeeding is very important because the colostrum contains many antibodies. Okay, these are all about the human reproduction, all very important process, the pregnancy, the different stages of embryonic development, then parturition and lactation. So by this our chapter is over. So watch all the videos in a sequential stage, then you will get an idea about the whole chapter. And if you feel any doubt, if you have any problem, just put that question in the comment box. Okay, so we will meet with the next topic in the next class. Thank you.